Happy Friday morning and happy December 1st. Oh my goodness, can you believe it's already December? I can't. It seems like this year has just flown by, has it not? How can it be December? Oh, come on, babe. I don't know what's got her attention, but something's over there. Might be the ducks. Might be, you never can tell. It's a balmy 48 degrees. Feels nice. I mean, I probably didn't need the hat, but I put it on because it has been raining and I don't want my straight hair to get wet because then it will frizz. Because I had to straighten it again today because, you know, what I have is not a hair dryer, it's a curling brush. It's a brush that dries, so there's no filter. Some people told me to take the filter out and clean it. And yeah, there's no filter. It's just a brush that blows air from it. I mean, I've looked all over it. There's no filter. I don't bring up comments a lot. But I just have to bring this one to your attention because my mind was blown. That was a double snorter. My mind was blown because this woman commented and said that I had worn the same earrings for the last however many videos she said, I can't remember. And that it was time to change them because she knows that I have more. I was like, first of all, excuse me, but they're my ears and my earrings and I can wear whatever I want. Second of all, ma'am, I'm wearing the orange earrings today. This was yesterday. Let's see, that was Thursday. Wednesday, I wore my feather earrings. Tuesday, I wore my peace sign earrings. Monday, I wore the orange with the little flowers hanging that Miss Labarge sent me that she made. So I have not been wearing the same earrings every day. If you would look at the date on the video, you would see that you skipped some. Yes. I blocked her. I mean, I hated to, but I was like, I'm not going to let you come on my page and get on to me for the earrings I wear, first of all. And second of all, who the heck pays attention to know that I wore earrings 2 days in a row, even though I didn't? But really. And thirdly, who's going to come on and comment about it, right? Am I right? Like I said, I don't like to bring up comments like that, but this one just blew my mind. It just absolutely blew my mind. I was like, well, okay. Bye, Beverly. Her name was Beverly. Bye, Beverly. I won't see you later. I don't get it. I do not get it. But anyway. So, other than that, I've just been working full this morning, trying to get all my work caught up for the weekend so we can party like it's 1999. Y'all remember that song by Prince? 1999. I wish I had a raspberry beret to wear. You know what? They do have a burgundy one of my hats with the bills. That would be kind of like a raspberry beret, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm going to order me another one of those. Because heaven forbid me wear a blue hat every day in every video. Oh, you got to change that out. I started to wear the orange earrings again today, but it doesn't really match the gold t-shirt I'm wearing, so I'm not going to entertain her anymore. I'll be back. By the way, Petco was having a sale yesterday, and that harness was on sale for $5. And it's the one that's got the, I don't know if she'll stop and let me show it. No. But it's crossed in the front, and it comes down lower, so it won't choke her as much. I love her hair getting long on top. So cute. When she wakes up in the morning, her hair's like all over the place. She looks like a mess, but she also looks adorable. So I think we're about to have business, so please stand by. Well, and now I'm off, just like that. Well, in like 3 minutes. I think that's close enough. I have sat with that heater as close to me as possible today, and it's not even that cold outside. I mean, it's in the 50s, but it's rainy, and my house will not warm up. I'm so over it. I think that's the biggest problem with Georgia winters, because our houses were built for winters in the South. You know what I'm saying? There's probably no insulation in these walls. There is insulation in the attic, but there's none under the floor. So, I mean, yes, and someday I'll get all that done. But there again, you must have money. Why must everything require money? Anyway, I was talking to my boss earlier, and she said something about entering this. She said, but how will you enter it since there's no job number? And I said, well, I'll just connect it, I'll just put in a vague one, a vague job description like Georgia Tech, but then I'll go back later. And she said, well, how will you remember to go back later? She said, because I would never remember that. And I said, well, I have a very high-tech way of remembering these things. And she said, well, what is it? A sticky note. And I stick it to my computer. It's very high-tech. It works, though. You know what I'm saying? It works. Thankfully, I don't have 5 million sticky notes on my computer, because when I do that, I do take them off and throw them away. But, yeah, I go old school, and I write it down on a sticky note and stick it to my computer to remind me that when the job file does come out, to go back and update it. We have all kinds of high-tech stuff. I could make a note on my calendar. There's a task thing that I could put on there. I never look at all that stuff. They're like, well, didn't you see on the calendar that such and such is off? No. I look at that thing for hours a day, but only in my little section that I have to pay attention to. I only have to pay attention to this. I don't look at the rest of that. That's y'all's mess. Sadly, not sadly, but I have a nail appointment at 4:45, and I'm gonna have to take off my long sleeve shirt because my massage goes all the way up to my elbows, and this shirt is probably not gonna go all the way up to my elbows, so I'm gonna be even colder. What do? Says you. I thought I had thought of a name. For my, well, I was going to say, I thought okay, back up, Tracy. The person who made the comment about my earrings being orange every day, I was thinking her name was Betty, and I was going to call her Petty Betty, but then I remembered her name's Beverly. That doesn't work. Petty Bevy. But I have other Beverlys and I have other Bettys that are quite lovely. I don't know. She's just Petty. We'll just call her Petty. Petty Anna. I'll be back. Well, hi there. How is everybody? Now it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I got a 4:45 nail appointment, and I found a shirt that I can wear that's long sleeve. That's very important, you know, because that way I won't be cold. Because these have big enough sleeves that I can pull up. Anyway, so I called my dad, as I do every day. But I said, "Hey, Dad." And he said, "Hey, daughter." That's not really what we said. I said, "Wasn't there someone in the family that married someone, like they met through writing letters?" And he said, "Yeah, Tony and Mildred." I said, "Well, I knew it was somebody, but I couldn't remember who." So he told me the rest of the story. So this is Fran's sister, Mildred, and Fran's brother, Emery, was in the wall, World War II, I suppose, and was in the 40s. Yeah, that would be World War II. Anyway, and Emery was stationed with, or fought with, or whatever the right term is, Tony. And Tony and Mildred started writing letters to each other because of Emery basically introducing them through a letter. Isn't that cool? Well, at the time, Mildred worked in downtown Atlanta at Rich's or Macy's, not sure which one. And when the wall ended, the wall, you have to say it like that when you're in the South, the wall. When the wall ended, Tony, instead of going back to Massachusetts, where he was from, he came to Atlanta. And when Mildred got off of work that day, Tony was waiting for her. Well, after they met, then he went back to Massachusetts, and I think he stayed here. Dad was kind of fuzzy on this part, but I think he stayed here long enough for them to date a little bit, and then they got married, and I think she moved back to Massachusetts with him at that point. He's from Boston, and they lived there for a while and then moved back to Georgia. But anyway, that was the story I was telling y'all in yesterday's video when I was mentioning the scammers and marrying people you didn't know. Basically, that's what happened to Tony and Mildred. They met through letters. But I think that's different than just proposing to me and you don't even know me. It's a little bit weird. Also, my dad told me another story that somebody he grew up with, they went to, he said the Rich's in downtown was in a building that had like 8 floors. And I guess Rich's took up all 8 floors, which is just, that would be like a shopping dream or a shopping nightmare, depending on who you are. We're not going up the stairs, baby. And he said this little boy, I guess it was this guy's son or grandson, he took him into Rich's, and that they went to, I don't know, like the 4th floor, and he saw Santa Claus. And Santa Claus said, "Come over here, little boy, and tell me what you want for Christmas." And he was like, "I ain't telling you nothing." And he said, "Why not?" And he said, "'Cause you ain't gonna remember." And he said, "Oh yeah, I'll remember." He said, "Tell me what you want for Christmas, and I promise I'll remember." And he was like, "You ain't gonna remember." And he said, "No, I'll remember, I promise." So he went over there and told him what he wanted for Christmas, and all is well. Well, they went up to another floor, and guess what? There's another Santa Claus. "Come on, babe." So that Santa Claus said, "Come over here, little boy, and tell me what you want for Christmas." And the little boy, who was about 11 years old, said, "GD, I ain't saying that. I told you you wouldn't remember." Dad said, Santa Claus was like, "What?" He said, "I told you you wouldn't remember me." Anyway, I thought that was a cute story, but I can't believe an 11-year-old said GD, especially back then. because Dad said it was in the 40s or 50s when it happened, so it was a long time ago. I just thought it was a cute story. But I'm gonna finish this video off now. While we finish our walk. Our scrape along the ground. And then I'm gonna go get my nails done. I'm thinking about blue. Since my birthday is next week, I'm thinking about blue nails since that's one of my favorite colors. I have a lot of favorite colors. Yeah. I don't normally wear pink, but I do like this color pink. But I like oranges and greens and blues. And yeah, those are my colors. Oranges and greens and blues. Blue's probably my favorite though, believe it or not, even though I don't wear a lot of blue. But I do love blues. Thought I heard a car behind me. Anywho, that's it for this one. Remember that I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries. Speaking of crazy, sorry, gotta tell you something else. Trina sent me something. A 70-year-old, I think it was in Africa, went to the in vitro fertilization whatever and got pregnated and just delivered twins at 70. She said, who's gonna take care of me when I'm old? And I'm like, your kids are, they're not gonna be old enough to take care of you unless you live into your 90s. Oh, goodness gracious. That's a long, I can't imagine having babies at 70. I can't imagine having babies at 58. That's why the young have babies, because I'd be tired, you know? Anyway, okay, I'm not gonna go through all my spiel again. I'm just gonna say bye now. Bye now. See you tomorrow. Unless something happens fun tonight. Okay, bye.